Can you go, please, to introduction?
Yes, okay.
So politeness is a key element of effective communication, serving to maintain social harmony and respect. In the Arabic-speaking world, these politeness norms are deeply influenced by cultural traditions and social hierarchies. However, with the rise of digital communication on platforms like Twitter, now called X, understanding how politeness is expressed in written Arabic has become more important, particularly in the field of natural language processing. Please go next slide. Recent advancements in NLP, especially the development of transfer learning and large language models, LLMs, have greatly enhanced our ability to process and understand natural languages. Yet, the analysis of politeness in Arabic text has remained relatively unexplored. Therefore, our objective is clear. We are aiming to investigate how effectively transfer learning and LLMs can detect politeness in Arabic social media texts, especially Twitter. Next slide, please. Our theoretical foundation rests on so many theories, and one of the major theories of politeness are the work of Brown and Levenson's politeness theory, which focuses on the concept of face as a person's public self-image. They identified two aspects of face: positive face, the desire to be liked, and negative face. Additionally, we have the work of Robin Lakoff's principles, which emphasize reducing imposition and increasing the comfort of the interlocutor. And we have three major rules. The first one is not imposing. The second one is to give option to the interlocutor. And the last one is to make the addressee feel good, which means to compliment him or her. Politeness in Arabic, the Arabic language is particularly complex, deeply rooted in cultural norms and highly sensitive to the context of interaction. We have so many linguistic strategies. Next slide, please. As you can see in the table, the first one is called forms of address, which means that we can use titles like doctor, which is in Arabic doctor, or for example, professor or your excellency to be more polite. Furthermore, we have also the technonyms referring to individuals by father or mother or followed by their child's name. This illustrates the niche ways politeness is woven into Arabic communication. We have tried to implement and experiment these strategies with so many ways, as we can see with Dr. Nadia. Please go ahead.
So, thank you, Maria. So concerning related work, we have searched on politeness and existing work for politeness. We can classify them to 4 categories depending on the used method. We found statistical, deep learning, politeness generation, and large language model. So in case, for example, we found in statistical method, we can find the SVM and classifier for politeness. Also for deep learning, for example, we find the work of Glosha. It is about the CNN and transformer network for identifying politeness. And the major thing here that there is a few amount of works, let's say, about politeness. There is no direction in treating politeness using several methods in natural language processing. So we find a great gap in reality for Arabic language. In fact, politeness features in Arabic are underexplored, presenting challenges due to the interplay between language, culture, and social norms. And for this way, we present this paper to focus and addressing the gap by applying transfer learning techniques for politeness in Arabic. So let's start by the implementation and what we have done to finalize this task. So we have already used a data set. It is based in an amount of 500 tweets selected from the sarcasm data set. It is focusing on modern sentient Arabic labeled with a positive sentiment. This label was done by a human expert, okay, linguistic experts, let's say. It covered a variety of themes and the tones, and it was manually annotated. It was just the start, okay, for our work. So this is an example of our data set. You find here the sentences خلق جميل أحترم أي إنسان فقط لأنه إنسان مهما كانت ديانته. So we can classify this as by using politeness marks by for example the word جميل, beautiful, and respect. احترام. So this is intention of appreciation, respect, and we can classify them as polite, okay? But in case of second example, اوكي الهلال الأحمر الكويتي وقعنا اتفاقية مع الهلال القطري لتوزيع المساعدات الإغاثية على النازحين السوريين من حلب. Okay, this cannot be classified and there is no identifiers here. Okay, so also to apply and to classify our data, we have used multiple models, large language models like Camel-Bird, like Mara-Bird for fine-tuning task, and for few shot and zero shot task, we have used GPT-4o menu, Query command, and JS chat. So all of them, we have selected them because they are already specified in Arabic language. So let's proceed the experimentation. In fact, this graphical, it presents our approach. It is based on transfer learning, where we adapt fine-tuning pre-trained language models, such as here we find Camel-Bird in this task in first part, and Mara-Bird models to the task of politeness analysis using the data set that you have already presented, okay? So the process will be our baseline, and it involves tokenizing the input text, okay? We have here our input text was chosen from tweets, okay? And formatting it appropriately and adding task-specific layers to the pre-trained models. Then we follow by training with adjust hyperparameters for Camel-Bird and also for Mara-Bird. Their parameter was optimized depending on our inputs. The second part is based on large language models. Okay, there is few prompts used here. We find zero shot and a few shot learning methods with GPT-4, for example, JS, okay, for politeness analysis to construct prompts to guide the model. Let's say we are trying to guide the model for our prediction based on their pre-existing knowledge without fine-tuning. So finally, all our outputs, we have here politeness results. We have all validation of our results by a human expert, linguistic expert, to validate our results. So this is globally our experimental design. So after applying this approach, we have get those results. So applying using Mara-Bird as a model, we have found accuracy 0.54, precision, and for F-score we have found 0.35, but for Camel-Bird, okay, it was much more better. It was 0.4 as an F measure, okay. So here, let's criticize the result. In fact, there are different factors that was contributing to model performance. First of all, it was linguistic complexity. In fact, complex tweet structure is very complicated. It includes different form of ellipses, different form of combination, dialect, let's say, other indicators for inside the sentence. All of those pose challenges, require deep contextual understanding and
Sorry, we need to wrap up.
Sorry?
We have 2 more minutes and need to wrap up.
Okay, so I will try to go to the next slide. Is about models used. It's zero shot, and you have already a few shot and a few shot based on 7 shots, or few shot based on 20 shots. Okay, so by this slide, I will try to criticize the result. In fact, quickly, there is a confusion between language and social practices. Models fail to capture the full intent and purposes in the sentence. Complex structure and ambiguity. There is multiple errors arise when models encounter complex or ambiguous expressions. And in case also emoji reliance, the presence of emoji, particularly head shape, for example, all of them have their impact in our outputs, okay? So let's conclude now. In fact, our study aimed to analyze politeness in Arabic text using transfer learning and large language models, exceptionally for social media data. Okay, we have used Marabird and Camelbird. They was fine-tuning depending on their parameters for this task. And you have also checked LLMs like GPT-4, Menu, and Cohere, Command, J's. All of them we have used 0 shot, few shot using 7 shots, and 20 shots for also add 7 shots. Sorry, a few shots. So as a perspective, we are now already working on expanding data set. We hope to increase the size of our data, cultural integration by infuse models with cultural knowledge and pragmatic understanding, and address basis. We hope to mitigate databases present in the pre-trained models to enhance the accuracy and politeness detection. So this was our final slide, and thank you very much for your being here, and I'm ready for any question.